Hello, this workshop is about engaging Seesaw, and my name is Brandy George. This workshop will take place July 17th at Dardanelle Primary in the computer lab from 9 to 4. We will be discussing Seesaw. Seesaw is an application that students show their learning on. Teachers are able to gain insight and even set goals and skills for the children, and families are easily connected to. Some of the cool things that we're going to learn about doing and creating are using things like transparent images. It's a really easy way for students to get engaged and get creative with what they're doing. In this activity here, it was our 100th day of school, and so we had a When I'm 100 photo book picture. And so the students took a selfie, much like I did down here, and then they were using the different tools to guess what they would look like at 100 years old. On this page, this was a fun way for me to pull in some of our Brain Springs and Phonics First resources. And here on the top one here, you have a videotaped phonics lesson with added components to help with engagement with the students. So I have my video lesson that I taught with the kids, and then I added bits of Google flashcard slideshow for them. So that went through all their letters so they could practice saying their letter names and sounds. Then for the assessment part of the lesson, I had the students come back into Seesaw, and they were able to use the move tool option and sort the words down here. So if you see here, we have a word sort, we have our flashcards, and then our lesson as well. The students loved those. Also, really fun ways to pull in other things that we're going to learn about is pulling in from your Google Classroom and creating that within Seesaw. So here I have my Honey, Honey, Lion animal study that we did. And so we read the book Honey, Honey, Lion, and then we went into the more scientific part of it, and we did an animal study. And so the students were able to click on the link, go to our Google Classroom, and then they were able to see the different animals that are talked about throughout the book and do research. And so each animal that they clicked on sent them to a different Google Classroom page, and then there were videos and activities that they could do along with that. Another way to use Google Classroom within Seesaw is to link it to an author study. Like here, this was for 3rd grade, and they did an author study, and then they were able to fill out information on Seesaw about the different books and about the author. Here's another way to pull in other resources that are digital for your virtual students or just to do online. We had a lot of students that were face-to-face using these lessons last year. So here I used Pebble Go, and that is a social studies and science area, and so they give you factual information. And so I had the students do a study about emperor penguins, and on there they are able to look at different activities and fun little games that go along with that learning curriculum there. And they could even watch short videos, and then they came back into Seesaw where they were directed on how to do a sort labeling penguins. Over here, we did a Brain Pop. That's another website to go to. That's a great resource. Brain Pop Junior. We did an author study about Dr. Seuss for his birth week. And then I had the students do some activities and games that are on the Brain Pop website, as well as coming back to Seesaw and doing some rhyming bits. You can also incorporate YouTube videos, and of course I love Powtoons, and so I've created an activity for Powtoons for President's Day, created that in Powtoons, and then was able to embed that into my Seesaw for the kids to do. Here we have shapes, so students are able to sort shapes and arrange them in different ways to make different creatures. Ways to do rainbow writing for students, keeping them engaged, ways to do pizza fractions with 3rd graders, and doing number line jumps here. These are my sources, and I hope we have fun.